Going back through the film, Brock actually played a lot better in the first half than I thought. I didn't like the play calling. I hated all the empty set. I hated giving away from the run game. Didn't like. But man, I really think Brock played a relatively good game, relatively clean game. He didn't turn the ball over. Now, he did pepper safety in between the numbers on like this very first pass attempt. But hey, man, that's just part of the way that it goes. And, Kyle, he even talked about it, like how he thought Purdy played. And that's the thing. You protect the ball, you win the game. Here you go.
I mean, there's D linemen you got to throw over and stuff. Sometimes the guy hooks up in a zone and you think they're going to move and you can't see him, so it just gets off fingertips. I think that they're down that him and Ray, we had a swirl route. Ray beat the guy hard at the beginning of the line, and I don't know if he thought he should put his hand up going to the corner, but he was Brock through a swirl. So there's a couple things in that I think he went to an off schedule and Brock threw it in rhythm. So those things showed up without a doubt, but I also like some of the plays that the guys made. I mean, being able to drop it in over there, over that mic to Jawan on that, I think it was a big third down. The 2nd and 6, it was a big one that we were trying to go deep and they were too deep, and we checked it down to George, and who made a bunch of big plays in this game, but he took his eyes off it, tried to get up the field too fast, some of the chains, and dropped one, which leads you to 3rd and 6, and they had real tight coverage on BA, and Brock threw a perfect low ball away that's really tough to catch, and BA went down and got it. So, no, by no means was it perfect. I was very frustrated, but also extremely proud, and really pumped that we could play another week.
And so, yeah, you look at what Brock did. It was a good game. Was it the best game, or was it amazing or anything like that? No, that's not what I'm trying to say. But like, you look at the efficiency numbers, like the dude's freaking balling, period. That's all there is to it. Like, here, I'll put this up, and shout out to Lombardi, who posted this on his Twitter. Look, here's the thing. This is quarterback efficiency rankings. This is a chart. The higher up vertically you go on the chart, that's your EPA, right? So how efficient you are. The further right you go on the chart is your completion percentage above expected, CPOE. So this is every single week, every single game this year, including wild card and divisional round. Brock Purdy's still in a tier by himself. By himself. There's nobody close. He's the highest quarterback up EPA by a mile. He is the furthest to the right in completion percentage over expected. There's one quarterback that is higher than him, and that is Russell Wilson, of all people. Now, this is collected the whole year. And if you want to find Jared Goff, he's closer to the average. Now, he's above average in both, but he's closer to the mean. He's below Jared Love, but he's to the right of Trevor Lawrence. Like he's been efficient. Brock has been Brock. Now, if you want to talk about this game and be like, well, Brock had a terrible game. All right, cool. He had an 86.7% quarterback passer rating, or 86.7 passer rating. Now, I understand quarterback passer rating is not the end-all, be-all in measuring a quarterback's performance. I understand that it's not, but it's pretty damn good. It's one of the best ones that's come out yet. Okay? And so, like, you can pick whatever metric you want. He had an 86.7. Now, right here, Ed, Brock's numbers were better than Jordan Love's. He's a dog. Brock's a killer. The media downplays it, and you're exactly right. You look at the numbers. Jordan Love had a 72.4. He had 2 turnovers. Jordan Love was better until he threw the 2 picks, and he was way worse. Steve Wilkes confused the kid repeatedly. Steve Wilkes shut him down. 0 points in the 4th quarter. You're not going to win a close game in the playoffs like that. Trust me. Ask Jimmy Garoppolo. Not that Jimmy G deserves to be taking shots here, but that Jordan Love experience was a classic Jimmy G tale. It's pretty clean and efficient through 3 quarters, and then it just goes to crap. Turns the ball over, doesn't generate points in the 4th. We've been through that. Now, let's go nostalgic. Why not? Brock Purdy's playoff rating, 1, he's never thrown an interception in the playoffs ever. He's 3-1. He's won all 3 games that he started and finished. The only game that he lost, he played 1 series in and then was out with the elbow against the Eagles. Here's what's crazy. Okay, Patrick Mahomes is great, and everybody's going to bend over backwards to worship him and all that stuff. Tony Romo going all out just to make sure he gets all the praise in the world, and rightfully so. Patrick Mahomes is amazing. He's the best quarterback in football. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. The Super Bowls, the MVPs, he's already got them. Patrick Mahomes has 4 career playoff games with a lower quarterback rating than Brock did this week. 4. 4. Joe Montana, the best. The best. He had 8 career playoff games with a lower quarterback rating than Brock Purdy had this week. And then somebody's be like, yeah, but what about Tom Brady? Tom Brady had 22 playoff games. 22. Tom Brady played a lot of playoff games. 22 of his playoff games were below an 86.7 quarterback efficiency. 22. Now, I am curious. Let me look up. I don't know how many games he had in the postseason, but I want to look this up because 22 games out of 48. It's almost half of his games, Tom Brady's games, were what Brock Purdy did. Worse than what Brock Purdy did. Like, I just don't understand why people hate this kid so much and will not give him any flowers. And it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Did he have a great game? No, but he didn't cost his team. He delivered in big moments. He gave the freaking fourth quarter comeback in terrible weather in the rain that we all been waiting for. And people are still just like, I don't know, man. Now, other people, they're all saying like, well, he just dinking dunks and all that stuff. Okay, let's count. Let's count. How many passes were behind the line of scrimmage? There's 2 different metrics here. I'll go through both of them. How many quarterbacks or passes in a game was the ball delivered behind the line of scrimmage? Okay, this is out of all 8 quarterbacks in the divisional round. Lamar Jackson had the best at 2. Okay, he had the fewest. I'll leave Brock's numbers out, and I'll tell you where he fits it at the end. Mahomes had 5 behind the line of scrimmage. Baker had 5 behind the line of scrimmage. Okay, then we go on. Goff had 7 behind the line of scrimmage. C.J. Stroud had 8. Jordan Love had 10 passes behind the line of scrimmage. And Josh Allen, the belle of the ball, that everybody wants to talk about how great he is, and that arm strength and all that stuff, 13 passes behind the damn line of scrimmage. 13. How many did Brock Purdy have? 4. 4. Lamar's the only one that had fewer passes behind the line of scrimmage. Now somebody said, yeah, but what about the screen routes? All right, cool. Let's play this game. Lamar threw 0 screens. Lamar's dealing this year, man. I ain't going to lie. Goff 3 screens. Baker 4. Jordan Love 6. Mahomes 6. Josh Allen 10. Brock Purdy 5. I don't know, man. It just it's just weird. It's just weird. I don't understand. Yeah, right here. Ginger Nider says Brock Purdy had the highest yards per attempt all season. Doesn't matter because that's factual and you can prove it. People just want to think Brock Purdy is this or that. It makes no sense. Did you know that Brock Purdy completed 2 more deep passes than Josh Allen did in the divisional round? Over 20-yard air yards. Brock Purdy completed 2. Guess how many Josh Allen completed? 0. Now, that one pass to Stefon Diggs, that was perfect. But, like, come on, man. I just don't understand. It's hard to find a way to grasp where the hell they're getting this stuff. And I get it. It doesn't fit a narrative. He's the last pick of the draft. People don't like San Francisco because they beat all their teams. I totally understand that. But, like, come on, man. Y'all just still go. Let's just, come on. Keep it coming. I love the criticism. Keep making fun of Brock Purdy. That dude, he's going to do his thing, man. He's going to do his thing. And I just, we look at the 49ers history. You look at what Brock Purdy's done in the short term. Man. Yeah, right here. The deep pass to Kittle was a dime. Sprints out, rolls out, throws it, fading away. Right on the freaking money. Just great. You talk about the throw to Jawan Jennings. Golly, that throw was just, that was just a whole nother thing, man. And he's doing it with backups. Jawan Jennings isn't even supposed to be out there on that route. That's supposed to be a Debo play. Finding a way to come back. all that stuff. And right here, let's listen to Brock. We'll give all shucks a chance to talk.
Earlier this year we had games like Cleveland and Minnesota and Cincinnati at one point. Like, you're down and you got to find a way. It's fourth quarter. It's the NFL. And then obviously we're in the postseason now, so we were all like, all right, this is it. This is our season. And so for us to capitalize like that was huge for all of us. And then obviously for myself as a quarterback, like, it's good for confidence and all that. But we have too many good players, man, on this team. So many players that are difference makers, and we got a great defense. And so for us to not find a way, it's not right. So for us to finally have a game like this and pull through at the end was huge for all of us. So.
And that's it. You find ways to win games. And I don't think that this game's going to have that same feel. Not because of the Lions, just because of the matchups. The matchups. And, I play this clip all the time. And I think that the 49ers missed last week. The matchup was running the ball against that terrible Green Bay defensive line in front six. And Kyle just said, nope, not going to do that. But
this league is all about, each week is matchups and different things. So
it's about matchups. What's the matchup this week? Detroit Lions can't stop the pass. They can't. They get shredded. So even if Kyle runs the ball this week, I'd be very, very happy. If you told me the 49ers run the ball 35 times, I would be so elated. But if you also told me Brock Purdy's going to go set another season-long high in pass attempts, even though it's raining, even though Debo's out, even though you're playing, like, I'll never understand that. That's okay. But even if you tell me, Brock Purdy's going to go out there and throw the ball 40 times again, golly, I'm okay with that.